Hey peoples, it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video and things have happened. Okay, I really need to figure out how to get out of here. Anyway, so things have happened in my life. You know, well, that was my Gatorade rolled, hit the door. Anyway, okay, try to say this. So, since my last video, things have happened in my life. Became a Doordasher recently. Kind of want to make videos about that because when I first started, there were plenty of things that I thought were kind of funny, like how often I would notice that people would put 40 items in their lists on Taco Bell and think to myself, who is ordering 40 items at 2 in the morning? Only to find out, no. And by the way, yeah, I'm a nighttime person because of my day job. I'm just having to be the midnight guy, from midnight to like 4 in the morning. Anyway, point is, why would there be 40 items? And the answer is because, in reality, they only get like 4 or 5 actual things, and then they basically will have a giant list of, we want this many of this sauce, this many of this sauce, stuff like that. And to be fair, it's a pretty creative idea to try to remedy the situation for a people who, according to, let's turn on this light. Anyway, according to the app itself, DoorDash, it'll sit there and say on certain items every once in a while, frequently missed, as in we all know it. We go to a restaurant, fast food, and we go to fast food and we get our bag and we're always like, okay, did they miss anything? Don't want to drive all the way home and find out they didn't give me my burger or the fries or you name it. Well, occasionally that happens. So as a DoorDasher, you're having to take care of that stuff, which is also ironic because they usually seal those bags already to where you can't open it, and yet they'll say, oh, well, we need you to confirm this. I can't confirm anything. The bag's closed and I can't open it because that's, violation of the whole security panel thing. That's the whole point. So you can tell I've got some criticisms to say. So with that said, right now I'm platinum status. Platinum status is the highest status, top rank type of thing you can be in DoorDash. It means that basically you're the guy who can dash anytime you want, compared to, well, I don't know about silver or gold because when I was training, that's the training phase for anyone that doesn't know, when you first start DoorDash, you have to do 50 orders to go from training phase to official, and then you're basically, go from there. With that said, because I was so good at what I did, and I just was, doing my job right, I bumped immediately up to platinum. Even my own cousin, who had been doing this for years, was a bit surprised. So, with that said, one of the things that's been concerning me lately, and this is why I'm making this video, one of the things that's bothering me is that I've noticed that even if I'm maybe a minute early or literally on time for the order that I'm supposed to be dropping off, the app will still assume I'm late. Or, here's the real one that pisses me off. You'll have the app that, let's say, since I'm a night person, most lobbies are closed, so I have to go through the drive-thru. Well, here's one that happened the other night. I was at Whataburger off 59th between, I believe it's Western and Walker, just a little ways down from Walker Avenue on 59th Street. To anyone that knows the area, you know what one I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to pick up an order for there. No big deal. Except it's a really long line. Like, really long line. And the app, of course, has this little thing where it says, oh, pick up by this time. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, pick up at 1:16 a.m. and I first got the order at 1:08 a.m. Okay, it gives me 8 minutes to drive from where I was to the place that in any normal circumstance, you just pick up. No big deal. Okay, no big deal. Except there's 20 cars in the drive-thru. 20 cars. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I have to wait. Okay, fine. At the bottom of the screen, when you confirm, push the button, I have arrived at the store. All right? What now? Well, I have to wait. Well, once that time shows up where, okay, by the way, I'm still waiting long after 1:16 a.m., it's 1:30 now, and I'm still in line. So, I had to push the little tab that says, why are you still waiting? Long drive-through. And that's fine, because that's one of the little options it'll give you. If anyone that already dashes like me, you know what I'm talking about. So, I just push it. That's a little, okay, thank you. And then a little tab at the bottom will say, okay, thank you for the feedback. Well, I finally get the food, drive to the person's location. I'm early by 2 minutes. 2 minutes. And it's a fair, decent place. Anyway, point is, because I was forced to wait in that really long line, I was written up as late. Even though I arrived at the customer's order location to drop it off 2 minutes early, because I had to wait in that line for so long at the pickup, I'm somehow late. And you might think, oh, it might just be a glitch. No, it's happened a number of times before. And on the actual thing, they have this little thing, I'll show it right here. They literally make the bold claim about how there are 4 main factors that define what is excluded problems. Meaning, for example, long line, busy store, traffic problems, can't find the customer, which is simply one of the things I was just doing at a hospital. Long story, don't ask. Anyway, and I can't remember what the 4th one is, but you get the point. There are 4 main factors that are defined as excluded, basically justifiable excuses for why you shouldn't count as a strike against you personally, because there's nothing you can do about it. Except at the bottom of the tab, it says, note, these excluded things will still risk counting against you. So let me get this straight. According to DoorDash, I can lose my platinum status simply because a store is taking too fucking long to make someone's food. That's what DoorDash is saying. Despite the fact that there's not a damn thing I can do about it, somehow I'm being struck for somebody else's thing. Yep. That's the situation we're in. And frankly, I just find it ridiculous. Utterly, entirely ridiculous. And I turn off the light just because I need to kind of, I'm driving. I need to be able to see. So, this is me as a dasher saying to DoorDash, the corporation, fix your app. You can think all you want. You can think all you want that people just want to dash. But as more and more people are noticing, people have power. How long until something like Food Theory on YouTube catches a story like this, where your app is problematic, where your corporation is flawed? How long until that story spins? And how long until it really starts to affect your bottom line because you're willing to cut corners? By the way, in the words of Tommy from The Landman, shortcuts tend to be the longest roads. And I know what you're thinking. You're just a nobody. Your voice don't matter. We'll continue doing what we want. Yeah. I'm a complete nobody. But it'll be really funny when this complete nobody is the reason why your entire corporation fucking dies. Don't take that as a threat. See it as a warning. Because when your stock starts to drop, when customers don't want to deal with you and go elsewhere, when Dashers no longer want to work for you, then you'll finally start listening. I'm Alec the Nobody. Have a nice day.